What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Sully the Great 1, back at it again. This time, I'm back with Keysar, the
Hey,
one
guys.
and only. Hi, guys. Hi.
So today we wanted to talk a little bit about the news that Netflix was kind of bullied to cancel the MCU, or the TV Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Right. Everybody thought it was Netflix was pulling the plug because they were upset with Disney taking away everything, and it really came down to it. News came out that it was actually Disney being the bully.
Yeah. So initially, what happened? There was a lot of talks about disagreements with episode count because every time they made another episode, something to do with royalties and number of episodes. So Netflix wanted to make smaller shows, and Disney said you have to at least have 10 episodes. And that's when it started. And then apparently there was a lot of other tactics like that used by, I'm just gonna say corporate Disney because I don't really know. They essentially just gave up on it. So I figured we just talk about kind of the list of the characters and how the shows were. I mean,
Yeah.
starting with Luke Cage, season 1 was amazing. Season 2 did awful, according to Netflix. Viewership was way down. The hype was down. There was no social media presence on it, and even the reviews were kind of finicky.
And I think that's the main reason, because that is, when you look at it, you have to be, the excitement has to be right away. And a lot of times when these shows start, they take forever to actually build up and get to a point. And that's where I kind of side with Netflix a little bit, where they have to make smaller shows, because you can see that sometimes the writing in these shows were a little bit of drawn out.
Oh my gosh, Luke Cage was so drawn out. And they have content from the comics. They just didn't shoot because they wanted to be a little more political. Luke Cage was a lot more political than.
Well, Iron Fist and Luke Cage in
Iron
general,
Fist was awful.
Dude,
we could all disagree Iron Fist was awful.
Calm down, because I actually liked the first couple episodes of Iron Fist.
Okay, first couple episodes.
Okay, because they drew it out, and then all of a sudden, and let's just move to Iron Fist real quick. They made it like Batman and the Arrow. So when you're really watching it, it's like you're watching Marvel's version of those two heroes, which were already overplayed because there's so many Batman movies, and Batman's my favorite of all time. But then Arrow's doing so well for DC that storyline was played out, and it was almost identical.
Yeah, but
identical.
It's also different audiences. Netflix is a different audience, I think, than CW.
But Iron Fist though was filmed like it was on CW.
Yeah, it was. They were pretty dramatic. I will say that I don't have any problem with the acting in Iron Fist. It was the writing, and then his character bridging into the Defenders. I don't know.
That was a shit show. The Defenders was.
It could have been so much better.
It was the worst out of the.
So no surprise on the cancellation of Luke Cage. No surprise the cancellation of Iron Fist. The big surprise was after season 3 of Daredevil, because Daredevil was such a huge. It was a fan favorite. I reported the strongest viewership numbers, and it had so much content. It's like one of the most written comic books in the Marvel history, and it had so much more to draw from and continue. Yeah, and I just read on Twitter that Charlie Cox was really saddened, and he doesn't think he's going to reprise the role at all, with the disagreements. And then with the big news with that clause, everyone found out about this 2-year clause that after this cancellation, Disney is not allowed to use the characters for 2 years, but we all know that they're trying to get those assets back. And
they're trying to reboot.
Everyone knows they want to reboot.
Reboot it. There we go. I can't even talk. Reboot.
Everyone knows they want to reboot it. So we got 2 more saving graces. We got Punisher season 2, which everyone's looking forward to because Punisher has been amazing. And then we got Jessica Jones, which has also been actually very surprisingly good.
Very surprising.
Mostly just because the acting on that's been phenomenal.
Yeah, Jessica Jones was probably that was the first one that came out, I think, alongside Daredevil. Right? It was Jessica Jones first, and then Daredevil.
Yeah, and it was just well written and and so
very unknown character.
But we very much expect that. I don't know about Punisher. I think that's a coin flip. Because Disney, this is all for Disney Plus.
Sure.
Disney Plus isn't going to have an R-rated character in it, but Jessica Jones, I could definitely expect to get the axe as well.
Yeah, and that sucks. And if they do reboot all these characters, it's going to be a little bit interesting at how the fans are going to react to those particular characters being, revamped, recast, and actually going on the Disney Plus. And it's very interesting how Disney can do this. I mean, I get it; they have Marvel Studios, and that's fantastic. They have money, and they used to own Pixar. They still own Pixar, right?
Well,
But
I'm not
anyway,
quite sure.
I mean that's neither here or there because they're more animation side. But
Right.
I mean, Disney does pack a powerful punch when it comes to like making movies, making television shows, and so forth.
I think they own 60% of media.
Yeah.
So Disney Plus, they have this budget, and they're able to also, I guess, this way overshadow these awesome like Defender stories with these A-list actors. They've announced a Loki series with Tom Hiddleston, so an A-list actor. They've
Wow.
announced a Bucky, like a Winter Soldier Falcon series, which is going to be killer. It's going to be so funny. And they've also announced a Scarlet Witch and Vision, which a lot of people really wanted that relationship to be delved into because it's like one of the best comic book reads.
Yeah, I mean, for a mini series, I mean,
Oh my
how many
gosh,
issues did they have? I think
I don't know how many issues, but I do know
Something
it's a
along those
6 to 8 episode order.
yeah, well, it
High
makes
budget,
sense.
Game of Thrones high budget, so millions of dollars.
Yeah, it makes sense because their mini series was roughly that long.
Yeah.
So I mean, I
Bet you they have kids. The question is it Mephisto's kids? Like in the freaking comics.
that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, so I guess that's pretty much it. I mean,
Yeah, you
following
know,
the heels with the bad news.
just one remark on the Punisher. I think you touched on a little bit. It's not definitely, you're not going to see Disney Plus take that on because it's too violent. But again, I don't think the writing's great in that show. I just think the action's great in that show.
Yeah, I do think I like some of the acting.
Yeah, no, the acting's great, but
Acting.
the action.
It's well casted.
Yeah, well
Very
casted, and there's just so much oomph into it. I
Yeah.
mean, I think the reason why Daredevil was so cool because he had mixed that action, and Kingpin's role was phenomenal. I think that's one of the best Kingpins we've had in a while.
No,
And
it is the
it's-
best Kingpin that's been on TV.
Yeah,
Who else do we have? We had the old Daredevil with freaking Ben Affleck.
I guess if you
That
don't
was an
wanna-
awful Kingpin.
I guess if you don't want to count like if we're taking animation out.
Yeah, no
sure.
animation. I know
Yeah.
I know the Superior Spider-Man Kingpin. I remember him.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, well, that's about does it. All right, boys and girls, that's it for this video. Thanks so much for swinging through. Do us a huge favor. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you didn't, give us a thumbs down and let us know why. And as always, click that subscribe button and ring that bell.